Who is the one when the school day is done that the kids always run to? It's Uncle Smiley. Whose is the place where the kids always race? They've got no time to waste when it's Uncle Smiley. Uncle's the one who's always busy, they know. Too busy working to get up and go. But Uncle's a friend who can never say no. So Uncle Smiley, get up and go. Uncle's the one, he's a barrel of fun. Just look out, here he comes. It's the stumbling around like a carnival clown. He's a part of the town. He's our Uncle Smiley. There's a job to be done. Uncle the one. No matter what happens, it's bound to be fun. So Uncle Smiley, get up and go. So Uncle Smiley, get up and go.
Going camping with Uncle Smiley, we're all going camping. And while we're camping, there'll be lots of laughing with Uncle Smiley along. Going camping, got my knapsack and I'm going camping. Sleeping bags and tents are made for camping. We're glad you're coming along. Life is all around us growing. Feel the forest breezes blowing. Hear the gentle waters flowing. Imagine if it all were going away.
We're going to tell you about the time Uncle Smiley took us on a camping trip. We all live in the city, so going camping is a pretty big deal for us. You know, Uncle Smiley really loves the country, nature and flowers and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he loves animals and birds more than anybody I know.
Well, anyway, we all made up our minds to go camping the right way instead of like a lot of people do. You know, throwing trash everywhere and running around breaking trees, scaring animals.
Yeah, when somebody does that, it ruins it for everybody else.
Uncle told us that he knew plenty about camping and that if we had any questions, just ask him. But he had some strange ways of doing things sometimes.
Yeah, he sure did. Wanted to do was go swimming. Boy, the water sure looked pretty. We wanted Uncle to come in too, but I guess he figured he'd spent enough time in the water already, so he just sat on the shore and watched us.
That was when Janie cut her foot, wasn't it?
Yeah. Do you remember how worried Uncle got?
You bet. He was so worried, he ran right in to see what happened.
Man, that river sure faked us out. It looked so clean and pretty at first.
Do you remember how much junk there was there? I can't figure people out sometimes. That broken bottle could have cut Janie's toe off. Boy, was she lucky.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call that lucky.
You know what I mean. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, it could have happened to me.
Remember how mad we all got?
Yeah, that's when we decided to clean up all the junk.
Going swimming, campers everywhere are going swimming. Little boys and girls and men and women, we all need water for swimming. Imagine splashing in the very place you throw your trash in. The way it's going, it'll soon be fashion to take a dip in the dump. Life is all around us growing. Feel the forest breezes blowing. Hear the gentle waters flow.
Uncle went off by himself fishing. I think he goes fishing by himself because he really doesn't want to catch any fish, and he doesn't want anybody to know.
He never uses bait or anything.
Remember when he came back later, though?
Yeah, I wonder what happened.
Uncle was so dirty when he came back, he decided to wash his clothes.
In the river?
Poor Uncle's so absent-minded sometimes. He doesn't ever mean to do the wrong thing, he just forgets. When Tony saw what he was doing, he really got upset and told Uncle about how detergents can pollute the rivers and kill off the fish.
Uncle was so ashamed. He knew better than to do that. He just forgot.
He did his best, though. It's really hard sometimes to undo a mistake you've made.
A forest fire is a mistake you can't undo at all. And Uncle almost started one.
Was that ever scary?
We were all just coming back from a hike, and boy, were we in for a surprise. We showed Uncle the right way to build a campfire. Actually, he knew how, but he was tired and just wasn't thinking again.
We wanted to remind him because a fire is one thing you can't make a mistake with.
First, you've got to clear away all the dead leaves and twigs and burnable stuff.
And make sure there aren't any tree branches overhead that can catch fire.
Then you make a circle with rocks to keep the fire inside.
That keeps the burning ashes and stuff from rolling and blowing all over the place.
And don't make a fire that's bigger than you really need. A big fire is harder to stop if it gets out of control.
And never, ever cut down a living tree or branches to make firewood. There's no reason to kill trees like that.
Yeah, just use old dead wood, and there's usually plenty of lying around, and it burns better anyway.
In the morning, we all woke up bright and chipper and ready to tackle the new day.
Except Uncle Smiley. I guess he must not have slept too well, 'cause all he did was go over to his hammock to lie down again.
After breakfast, Uncle wanted to go play ball in the meadow.
That was a real nutty game because he kept making up new rules as he went along.
Going planting, just a way for us to say that we're thanking the plants and animals for what they're giving to you and Uncle and me. Can you imagine what could happen if we all went out planting and brought a tree the next time we went camping? Think how nice it would be. Life is all around us growing. Feel the forest breezes blowing. Hear the gentle waters flowing. Imagine if it all were going away.
After we planted the tree, it was time to go. Uncle said that the best way to leave a campsite is as though you'd never been there in the first place.
Before we broke camp, we separated all the cans and bottles and things we'd use to take back with us.
Then we gathered up all the paper and cardboard and stuff and burned it in the campfire. After we buried the ashes, we put the campfire stones back where we found them, but with the black burnt sides down.
And then we raked the ground smooth where the fire had been.
Golly, when we finished, we hardly knew we'd been there ourselves.
Yeah, that's how it ought to be when you go camping.
Time to go now, cleaning up in every way that we know how, making sure the grass and trees can grow now, like they did when we came. And just one more hint, don't leave anything behind but your footprint. Put back everything the way that you found it. Give Mother Nature a chance. Life is all around us growing. Feel the forest breezes blowing. Hear the gentle waters flowing. Imagine if it all
Thank you.